Okay, so you're in your first week. A few things to do. First thing is contact your lender. They need you to sign the intent to proceed so that they can get their process rolling. Their process takes about 3 to 4 weeks to do, so you want to get them going on day one so you can keep on schedule. The second thing you need to do is contact an inspector and get an inspection scheduled on the early part of that first week. Now remember, you put an offer in, the seller accepts. That's what we call kind of day zero. Day one starts the next day, even if it's on a Sunday. So keep that in mind. But you want to try to get an inspection done on the early part of your option period, which starts on that day one, because you want to have time to process the inspection results. You may have to call in other experts to give you quotes, but more times than not, you're going to be asking the seller back for some money or for some repairs, and you want to do that early, at least towards the middle of the option period, so you're not hitting the seller at the last second with some requests, because when you do that, they often will just say no. And so you want to hit them a couple days before the option period ends so that they have time to figure it out and you guys can negotiate from there. The third thing you want to do is you want to bring to title company, you want to bring your earnest and option checks. So you can actually lump sum it into one check now. You used to have to do it in separate checks, but you need to pay them the earnest and option money by day 3. I recommend to do it on day 1. Now remember, that day 1 might fall on a Sunday, so you might not be able to do it until day 2. So do it on day 2, but get that done as soon as possible. The other thing that happens in the first week is the appraisal is ordered, and oftentimes lending will ask you to pay for that in the first week. So you'll have your inspection cost, which is roughly around $500, and your appraisal amount, which is sometimes around $700-800 to get your appraisal done. So be aware of those expenses in the first week, and be available in that first week to discuss the results of the inspection. That's the most important thing in the first week, is that you are in your option period. You can back out of the contract in your option period for any reason at all. If you don't know what option is and you don't want to know what earnest is, I brought that up a second ago, go check out my videos on option and earnest. But that's the most important thing in week 1, is that you are in your option period. So you don't want that to run out and have no out of the contract if you find out there's a foundation issue. So you want to be very available and get that inspection done early in the week. So that's week 1.